Hey Eric, I got your note. Um, so actually what they're asking for here is they want you to rewrite the print endangered method to use streams, but what they mean by that is it should still have the same method signature. So it should still be taking in an array list of animal names. But what they're saying is to test this method, it may be easier to write a test method. So let me just show you how I would suggest you set up writing a test method for this guy. So let's see. So there's some stuff on this on the website. I don't know if you're familiar with. Let me see if I can find it here. With the JUnit stuff. So let me look for. Oh, it's in here. This would have been. Oh yeah. If you did some of the earlier stuff, like in the first unit, there was stuff on writing tests. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you did that stuff already. So what I would suggest is go ahead and make a test class for this guy, and then create a test method to test print endangered species. And what I'm going to do, I'm not going to write a test for yours. I'm going to write a test for the original one, because the original one, we need to make sure that one works anyway, right? So I'll do one for the original print endangered here. Copy. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to write this so that it has the same parameters. Okay, and then I'll show you what they're talking about generating an array list and passing it in and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and make a test method here. Test print endangered. I'm going to make this a capital P so I can read it better. Okay, so it says test print endangered, and I'm recording. I'm just going to create a new, I'm calling it AM for animal monitor. I'll just end it there. And then what I did, and I'll send you this actually. I wrote a test. I'm just going to copy this here and paste it. Yeah, I'm just going to copy my whole test in here. Paste. So I wrote a get animals method. Yeah, the one you wrote actually is fine to just hard code those guys in. I wrote a version that goes into the CSV file. Where is it? This guy, and reads through, and so it creates a list of animal names and a list of sightings, and it uses the site reader to actually go and get the sightings out of the file name, and then it just goes through, it just loops through all the sightings, and if a particular animal name hasn't already been added to the list of animal names, then it adds it. Okay, so it's just a way of making sure that my list of animals is consistent with the list that I'm using in my test here. So, but again, the way you generated it was fine. However, you want to generate the list of animal names, and then create your animal monitor, and make sure that you load up the sightings into that animal monitor, so that this list of sightings is consistent with this list of names. And then just, you know, I wrote a sysout, you know, println thing here, printing out endangered species, and then I just called it with a number, you know, 25. And you can pick different numbers and play around with that. But and then so that's what they're talking about. You're creating your list of animal names, and then you're passing your animal names to the print endangered method. Okay, so let's compile all this stuff. Oops, I need to add import java.util.arraylist. Is that all? Yeah. Okay, and then we'll run the test. And here we go, and it shows that mountain gorilla and the elephant is endangered. And you can further check this, like if you go into your print endangered thing in here, you could put in printlns to you know, to get the counts for each animal and make sure that they're, you know, consistent with what you put for the threshold or whatever. I mean, you know, you can add stuff in here. But again, what you want to do ultimately is you want to have instead of instead of generating this here, I would put it in the you know, I'd write it like this. But that's all they're talking about for tests. Okay, so rewriting just means, you know, putting this good stuff, you know, in here kind of, or like the way I do it is I did like copy paste, like I renamed the original one, so I just said print endangered imperative, because it's the old-timey imperative way of doing things. Okay, and then this guy is my cool one. So then you can do something like copy, and then when you have your list of animal names, you can go in here and paste, compile that, okay, and just test that out. And let's just see what happens there. Get count. Let's see. And get my terminal up. Hey, looks cool. Okay, so yeah, so it tests out. Looks great, but that's how I would test it. And I'll send you the test file that I did here. All right, so you're doing a great job. I'm really glad that you're taking a look at this functional stuff, because I think it's really going to be a big part of programming in the future, and it's interesting stuff to look at. All right, so good luck and keep up the great work.